All right, now this, a new op-ed. It reads this: Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is the GOP's sun-shining future. I love it. Miranda Devine wrote that, and she joins me now. Good morning to you, Miranda. It seems like this is less about Ron DeSantis and more about the GOP field that will soon take shape for 2024. DeSantis has a great Florida resume, but the bench is pretty deep.
Look, that's so true, Stuart. And the point of the column is that you would much rather be a Republican voter going into 2024 than a Democrat. And the Democrats are just stuck. They have Joe Biden, who will be 82 if he were to win a second term at the beginning of it, and who has lots of problems at the moment and whose last 2 years have been way less than stellar. And he's insisting that he's, he has an open mind and looks like he wants to run. They're even changing the way the primaries work to suit him. And then even if they were somehow to persuade him not to run again, the heir apparent is Kamala Harris, who is utterly unelectable, but very difficult to dislodge because as a woman of colour, she's a first, and the Democratic Party is all about identity politics and virtue signalling, so there's no way they can shunt her aside. And so they're really locked into this disaster for them, an electoral looming disaster, and it's not clear how they can get out of it. On the other hand, the Republicans have an embarrassment of riches. They have a very deep bench.
Yeah.
They have Donald Trump, who had a successful presidency, whatever other problems he might have in convincing bitter independents or Republicans that he's got what it takes to do it again. But nipping at his heels is a formidable governor, Ron DeSantis, who has a book out at the end of the month, which is all about how turning Florida into a blueprint for the nation.
That sounds presidential to me, but Miranda, I want to get into this issue. South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, another potential candidate, she's set to launch her bid this week. This is interesting. A new op-ed in Politico titled Nikki Haley's Woman Problem. That op-ed questions her chances with what they call maximal sexism in Republican politics. Miranda, do you think Republicans only want a male to head the party?
Of course not. That's just the typical slander of conservatives and Republicans, that they're somehow innately sexist and misogynist. Not true. If Nikki Haley has what it takes, she will be president. If she doesn't, she won't. The difference between Republicans and Democrats is that Republicans don't just jettison merit in favour of immutable characteristics of people like their sex and the colour of their skin. Instead, they choose the best person for the job. Margaret Thatcher, the most successful British Prime Minister, was a woman. So Conservatives are not sexist. They just want the best person for the job because they want to fix the problems in the country. They don't just want to have some symbol to wave as the first ever this or the first ever that.
Very quickly, Miranda, now there are reports that Senator Tim Scott is preparing for a presidential run. To your point, there's a lot of strong candidates out there. Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible. The Republicans have probably the strongest field that we've seen in many, many years.
Yeah.
They're young, they're energetic, they're fresh, they have the Make America Great Again flavour, the America First sensibility, and yet they haven't got a lot of the baggage that the former Donald Trump had, largely because he was attacked at every stage, even before he became president.
Yeah.
I think these younger, more nimble candidates have seen what happened to Donald Trump, and they'll be strapping on the armour.
Can't wait. It's always fun to report on. It's going to be a fun couple of years leading up to the election. Miranda Devine, great stuff.
Sure is.
Thank you for speaking with us today. Yeah.